It's that time of year. I'm sure you're seeing your homepage invaded with lots of NAMM content. I have never been to NAMM, ever. I've heard about it. I've kind of wanted to go, but I live in Nashville. It's not super close, and I'm somewhat of a frugal man. So I've never gone, but this year I decided, what the heck, let's go. So me and Ike, my assistant, got plane tickets, hotel, and funny enough, there just happened to be a horrible storm in Nashville while we were out of town. Thankfully, everyone's okay. But I figured let's just go, no expectations, make a fun video documenting the experience. So yeah, no spoilers, but hopefully you enjoy this.
So today is day one of NAMM. It's 7 a.m.
I want to have 5 goals, 5 things that we're going to try and do. And I don't necessarily know what all those are, but we're going to start easy. Free coffee, free food, find bathrooms, leave early. We're going to meet up with 5 different friends today. We're going to hopefully figure out where everything is, because there's these different halls, there's different floors. I think maybe there's a pro audio section. That feels like a good place to start. I feel like we'll find some familiar faces there. The free coffee is number 1. And then if I have to talk to someone, we'll switch to labs, and we'll see how well the labs work. All right, let's go. It's beginning. Here we go. We'll see how loud it gets. Let's go check it. This is the pro audio spot, by the way. They keep us all separated from everything else. So I imagine it's going to be all the stuff we like in our studios, gear, software, gear, and gear. Let's go check it out. Nice. I will do a regular black coffee if that's a thing here. For anyone who doesn't know, this is the best coffee spot in all of NAMM here at Wolf Audio and Pulse Techniques with Jay, CEO of this madness.
Yes.
And we're gonna get a black coffee.
And I brew a mean coffee.
Yep.
All the talent.
Yeah. Boom. Well, that's kind of the whole Wolf Audio thing, you know. It's like quality, but convenience.
That's right.
You know, digitally controlled analog sauce.
For sure.
Coffee number 1,
Yeah,
free coffee. Check.
In LA.
All right, I'm here with Wolf Audio. Jared, who's the brains behind the Pro Patch. Give us the short and what does the Pro Patch do? Just so people who don't know.
It's basically just like a regular analog patch bay, except that it's all digitally controlled. So
Okay.
you put all of your I/O in it, you
Yep.
know, put all your ins and outs in it, and then you control all the routing with software.
Right, in the computer, but it's very it's all relay based.
It's 100% relay based.
Okay.
So,
and what does that mean?
well, what it means is that when you connect something to something else,
Yeah.
it's basically just a wire. There are no electronics in that chain. So, I mean,
We
that's
like
why that's why relays get used in all of the high-end gear, right?
Yep.
Is because you don't want buffers, you don't want anything in that audio chain, and that's what relays gives you.
So one of the things I think the Pro Patch is super freaking cool. Specifically, let's say you got a home studio, you've got 8 or 10 preamps, outboard preamps that are nicer, right? You're trying to build up your collection. You can set up your gear with presets. So if you're doing drums, you can have your preamps set to however you want to use them for recording a drum kit. And then if you're switching your inputs, your mic lines going to the preamps, you can have one button that switches it over from your microphone connections from your drums over to your keys, bass, guitar, vocals, whatever, so that you can basically do a setup switch over in like a click. Is that correct?
Totally correct. And
That rules.
because we're just a wire, the phantom power goes right through. So you don't have to worry about any
Amazing.
phantom power issues. It will just work.
That's amazing. Well, thanks for showing us this stuff, man. I'll put Wolf Audio stuff. Go check it down in wherever. Thanks.
Right
man.
on. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, why don't you introduce yourself first?
Guys are up here.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
Hey,
Good to
NAMM,
see you.
Andrew, great
oh
to see you,
my
buddy.
God. Funny seeing you here.
Isn't it? Not in a studio.
I know.
It's your first NAMM, right?
First NAMM, yeah.
Wow, what an experience.
I know. This is
28 for me.
28?
I think
Oh
so,
my
yeah.
gosh,
If you
that's
count
crazy.
the online pandemic ones.
And has it always been in this location?
Yes, there were. I'm trying to think. I think there were a couple of years when they moved it to LA when they were renovating the convention center. But yeah, it's always been in Anaheim, outside of the gates of Disney and all that fun stuff.
You know, I've been saying it's weird because I'm seeing people from like my past life when I lived in California,
Right?
current life, Nashville, and then people whose faces I click on the screen are all in one place.
Everybody's
it's
here, right?
So interesting. What's like the most interesting like hardware you've seen?
Man, so everybody asks me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I always say, I have no idea. I'm sure I saw some really cool stuff, but I saw so much cool stuff that
Yeah.
watch the videos. It's all in there.
All right, what's on the agenda today?
Lots of walking.
Okay.
Oh, here's a pro tip
Okay.
for conventions like this, trade shows like this. 2 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
Yep, alternate day by day.
I got 2 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, you gotta swap 'em.
I'm gonna throw these away when I get home.
Your feet will thank you.
Yeah.
Great
Okay.
to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you as well.
Come back up. Hang out in the studio.
Yeah.
Do some fun
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I will. I'll see you guys there.
All right. See ya.
I'm gonna do a couple gym shots from the office. Oops, I turned it off. Oh, there we go. Got it. Austin Hull from Make Pop Music put me onto this. It's very expensive, but I would really like to try it. I think it would be great to have at the end of the mix bus. Better maker. So today I'm here with Victor.
Yeah.
At After Sound.
Yeah.
And we're going to show you something that many of us saw on Instagram, on Aaron Sterling's Instagram, which, where's his Instagram? I think he took his Instagram down.
Yeah.
But this thing behind me is super cool. Let's check it out. Tell me about it. What's it called?
Yeah, it's the Reverbophone. It's basically a room in a box, as you say.
Yes.
It emulates a room sound. So it's a plate inside.
Yep.
And you use it as a microphone. It has a stereo output. You put it in front of whatever you want to record. And yeah, the signal you get out of it sounds like 2 room mics.
Is perfect because it looks like a gobo.
Yeah, works like a
It acts
gobo.
like a gobo, yep.
Yeah.
And then let's walk around on the other side.
Yeah, so this is the back side, as we call
Nice.
it. You have the faceplate on the bottom. I'll show you here. So you
Yeah.
have left and right output, and you can also use it as a traditional plate reverb by sending a signal to it.
Fine but nice.
Yeah. And then you have the lever here. You can set the decay time
Love
or
it.
how big your room sound is.
Yes.
Yeah. So just adjust it to whatever you like.
I love it. Can I feel?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
want to feel the tension. Oh, that's nice. How cool is that? What a
Yeah.
good idea.
Thank you.
Do you have multiple of these, or is this model 1 of this?
Yeah, it's a one model. You can order a black one. The 2 different
okay.
colors here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what are these going for right now? US?
US, right on the 6K.
6K?
Yeah.
Okay. Sick. That's freaking awesome.
Thank you.
On wheels, in and out, XLR, stupid proof. 6K, a little bit hot, but you know, a lot of that's probably shipping.
Yeah.
Manufacturing, shipping, big
Yeah.
stuff is freaking expensive.
Yeah.
But
It's cheaper than building a bigger studio.
yeah, exactly. This is interesting. So this is the remote for it here. So you've got your time meter on this. All right, I'm gonna move this, and when I adjust where it's gonna go, that's gonna follow. You ready? So we're gonna move, and then it follows. Come on. Studio tricks are the best.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
You just connect it through a 3-pen XLR, so you can just patch it through your
So
highlights.
cool. Super cool. I like that. This is a mic. Awesome. Well, thank you for showing us, man.
Thank you for
It's
coming
really
by.
cool. I'll put a link to this down below.
Thank you.
Royer Labs. SF24. Stereo ribbon. These are obviously, if anyone doesn't know, David Royer. Royer ribbon mics. Classics. Everyone knows the 121 here. Tim Pierce's favorite ribbon mic. Tim Pierce wandering around. You got active, passive, black, silver. What else could you need? They also, David Royer, Royer is one of the brands. Mojave Audio is the other brand where they do condensers, tube mics. the more you know. Triad Orbit. One of my favorites. Check it out. Every stand and adapter and mount in my studio is from these. You can literally mount anything to anything. Wall, stand, desk, grip mount, lights, mics, cameras, iPads, speakers for all you Atmos cats. So we're here at AEA's booth with Julie, who is the boss lady at AEA. And what's going on? What do you guys got for us today?
Coming into 2026, I mean, obviously, this
Look
is
at
one
that.
of the things that we're showing off. I mean, who doesn't love 244s and Bloomline? And then we're working with this company right now, Base 4. We got Andrew here.
Oh,
can you walk
hey,
him
we
through
live
the?
right
Can you,
now?
can you walk him through
Of
the?
course,
SSL?
we're live.
Of
Hey,
course. How are you?
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Yes, we've
It's
never
not an
met. I don't
AEA,
think yeah.
but you know.
No, we can plug
That's where the money is. By
we
the
can
way.
plug the KU5 in if you want.
Yeah. What's going on? What do you
okay,
got?
what we do from the beginning or just the new stuff?
Just whatever's hot right now.
Whatever's hot
What's
right
the
now.
cool
Okay,
thing?
so we'll start light. This is our snack box.
Oh, snack box.
So it's a 2-unit 500 series. It is. I'm not going to go into the power stuff right now. We're doing some new stuff on the power.
Powerful.
It's powerful. It's got an on switch. Not many of them have an on switch,
Yep.
and it's got this cascade. So the output of channel 1 goes to the input of channel 2, and you can run them parallel. So you can have both hot and cold, or both pre and post. Like if you have a preamp here and then a compressor here, you can get the dry and wet
Okay.
at the same time. So the output of channel 1 does not
Nice.
get broken.
Yep. Cool.
So it's super cool. And then inside of it, we have our new 500 series preamp, the RPQ 503. So it has boost and cut for low and high now. These are the gain pots on the front and then the frequency selection on the back.
Nice.
Super versatile. 85 dB of gain, 68K input impedance passive. And, it then goes down to like 13K on active. You can go line in and just use the EQ. You can do EQ in and out really easily just to hear it all. And polarity switch. Very simple, very easy to use. These fun football knobs that they let me design. They're like $9 each. It's crazy.
All right, I'm here with Ross with SSL, and they just launched a brand new console. Tell me about it. What do we got
Right,
here?
so we have just launched Origin Evo, first day of NAMM. It is the 4K Legacy reignited. It's an evolution of Origin, as the name suggests, and there's a couple of key enhancements that we're really proud about. So the obvious one, and arguably the most important, is the addition of authentic E-Series dynamics on every channel. So that's compressor, expander, gate, just like you would have found on an E-Series console. So that kind of quintessential SSL 80s punch and bite.
Yep.
The E-Series dynamics is largely responsible for that. We've had a lot of feedback over the years. Origin has been extremely successful, but these are a couple of areas that we wanted to refine, and that's some of the ergonomics that we have done so.
Yeah.
I mean, you can drop in additional analog processing at the top. Obviously, this center tile can move down, up, down, so you could, I don't know, some 500 series, some UV EQs. You could have add another bus comp, something like that. It's kind of however you want to work and what kind of ergonomics you want to build around that.
That's amazing. I love that this is here.
Yeah.
It's such a useful piece, you know?
No, we've watched the channel, Andrew. We're big fans, and we've seen the UF8 as a staple on your desk. And the nice thing is with the 360 updates, you get performance enhancements, new features added as you go along. And I have to say, it's kind of creeped its way into like the new industry standard of controllers.
Yeah.
When you combine it with UC1 and UF1, then you're in that virtual SSL console territory as well. And I mean, you use 360 Mixer 2 for like artist monitoring, but you've used an SSL 18, for instance, which uses 360.
I love it's all dialed in together.
Yep.
Also love these. I sucker for analog, you know, so.
I've seen the E-Series EQs.
Yeah, those 611s, man, are just the freaking. They're so good, and
Kick,
just
snare, lead guitars,
drums. Yep.
all of that.
Well, cool. This is like, I love to see it. It's a modern, hybrid, useful, adapted for how people are working today.
It looks back at our legacy, very much so, but it's also looking forward at how people are working today.
Yeah, I'm sure people tell you all the stuff they're thinking. So, congratulations on the launch, and thanks for doing this.
Yeah, nice to see you, man.
I'll put a link down there. Check it out. All right, so my first ever NAMM, pretty good. It was fun. You know, it was a lot of seeing people. I think that was my favorite takeaway of the whole thing, is just seeing people that I work with, people that I used to work with, people who I love watching their content, seeing some of the stuff from the new stuff from the companies, the evolution. Some companies had nothing new. They're just there to meet people, meet suppliers, distributors, customers, talk, share things about their products. I stayed mostly in the pro audio side of NAMM. I went over to the other halls where there was drums and cymbals and guitars and things like that. It was pretty loud. We mostly stayed in the pro audio. I'm a studio rat. I love studio stuff. And that's where I had a lot of fun. I got to meet new people. But I think the takeaway is really it's excellent for networking and meeting the people behind the companies that put this stuff out. Because sometimes you can get a little detached when you're just looking at YouTube or Sweetwater or the computer, and you're seeing new products come out and not really getting to talk to the people at the company. So I think it's nice to actually connect with those people at the companies, have them show you, you actually get to touch and experiment with some of the new products or maybe some of the classic products. Also, all the events. There was a bunch of events. We went to some of the events. I saw Susie Shin's mix with the Masters, which is cool. I did a couple records with her back when I worked at East West, so it was good to see what she's doing now. She did a record with Jack's Mannequin, which is one of my freaking favorite bands, especially from when I was a teenager. It was a lot of fun. Let me know what you think down in the comments section, and I want to thank Sweetwater for sponsoring this video and many other videos on this channel. We'll put some links to some of the stuff we saw at NAMM down underneath this video that'll take you to Sweetwater. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we've got some really cool studio tours lined up. That was the other part. Met a bunch of people. We're gonna do some awesome studio tours this year over on Andrew Masters' channel, so go check, subscribe, whatever, you know. And speaking of people, getting to connect with some of you was really cool. I met way too many people who came up and we got to shake hands, take pictures and stuff. That was very, very nice. I'm very flattered and grateful that that is a thing and that anyone gets value from these videos. I really do try my best to make some, at the very least, fun videos for you, hopefully helpful, entertaining, something. I want you to get something out of them, and it was really great to actually meet some of you in person. So if you were there, thank you for coming up. It was great to meet you. Thank you guys for watching the videos, and we'll see you in the next one.